What do you YouTube? It's your boy Keon Sensei, and I'm back with another one. Today we're about to go through the MyPLAYER builder information that's been leaked and is cracking. Before we get into that, don't forget to hit the like button, man. And don't forget to subscribe. Now, without further ado, we hopping straight into this. Alright, so check this out. I've been glossing over the animation glossary section, and I just want to tell you, I looked at it multiple times and I seen the contact dunk animation verification. So in order to do the contact dunks, it's real simple. If you want to do pros, you're gonna need to have an 86 dunk and a 75 vert. If you want to do elite, you're gonna need a 98 dunk and an 82 vert. And small contacts are the pros. You just gotta be under 6'5". So there's some easy information for you to start thinking about your builder right there. And pretty much that's really everything good about this section. But letting you know that you can search for keyword for the animations of the NBA player you kind of want to model your game after, which is pretty cool. But besides that, they show you some passing. Devin Booker's passing style is a 93. They do show you dribbling styles. You can see bigger players on there like Pablo, Giannis, Cade, Jaylen Brown. This to let you know that there will be packages for players that are higher level, like Tyrese Halliburton's on there. They talk about the go-to, they show the go-to shots. Never really talk about it, but they show the go-to shots. But it's not necessarily something I think that's like really exciting. So I'm just going to give it to you like this. As the animations glossary, everything's there on the screen. You can see it for yourself. You can go through this, bookmark this, come back to this section of the video if you're really interested. But I think this is the least most exciting thing here, but not saying it's exciting at all. It's just we have a lot more to cover. So I'm going to switch to the next topic. All right, now build by badge is a way more streamlined way to do your build. This is for those people who are just trying to keep a certain kind of badge count. This is going to help you a lot. I mean, honestly, it's a good reference points for a lot of things. Like the one they show you in the video, they pretty much go for Set Shot Hall of Fame, and they kind of keep it locked there. And once they do, they end up getting Deadeye, Shifty Shooter, Mini Marksman because it's a 6'3" build, and Set Shot Specialist on like, I want to say everything was Shifty, Deadeye, and Set Shot was all Hall of Fame. And Mini was gold, and that's a 96.3. And then they show some playmaking badges and some badges for ball handle. And for the playmaking badge, they had pretty much, bailout, break starter, timer, versatile, visionary. But when they did their ball handling, they had their ball handling on 83. And then for 83, they had silver and bronze badges. They had bronze ankle assassin. They had silver handles for days, silver strong handles, and silver unpluckable. And they are because they capped at 86 speed with ball, but they didn't show you why they used that. So it seems like the best thing to do if you're going to use the build by badge system is to lock in on what badges you just completely want in every category. Just go by each one like, okay, I want these, click, boom, let me get these badges. And let me get the attribute that goes with these badges. I want these badges, let me get the attributes that go with these badges. That's the best way to use the build by badge system, in my personal opinion, and then hope for cap breakers to kind of make up for what you're missing. Because if you do it kind of right, like the example they had on the screen, it had a 93 dunk, 96 shot, 86 speed with ball, 83 dribbling, literally no defense, and it was already a 93, and it had 86 speed and 77 agility and 67 strength and 80 vertical, and that was literally all off of just picking badges. So the stats went up on its own based on the badges. So this is a complete offense build with no fucking defense whatsoever. But if you want to go that route, this is a fast way to do it by just locking in on badges. Just know you are going to miss certain tangibles. Like it had a 58 pass, 56 perimeter defense, and that's not really acceptable. 72 mid-range. Like, come on, man. It had a freaking layup of 80 though, so it wasn't that bad, but it wasn't that great because you can't really pass the ball, you can't do no defense, and all you can do, it looks like on this one, is drive. because you got silver badges that you're gonna have to boost up. So that's something to think about when you're doing build by badge. When you're doing build by badge, like pay close attention to exactly how you want the stats to look. If you're gonna pick per category, think about how you want the stats to look, and maybe that gold badge isn't worth it if it's going to hinder another badge category. So think about that. Maybe silver badges might be back. I mean, you can max 1 and max 2 badges this year. Plus, there's hot start badges and there's closure badges you can do throughout the season. So it could be a situation where silver badges are actually making a comeback, like previous years when badges matter. So we could actually see improvement. It looks like badges might actually be making a comeback. And then we're gonna move on to the scouting report. And I'm not spend too much time on this, but let's check it out. So the scouting report, man, it's pretty cut and dry. They're gonna have your archetype on the left hand side with your shades of, which you normally would see your archetype and your shades of period when you get down with your builder. What's new this year is they have your go-to badges at the upper right hand side of the corner, with your top attributes under that, and your strength and weaknesses followed by. So this is to give you and everybody else that steps on the court with you a good understanding of what your build is. Like I said, I don't want to spend too much time on the scouting report. It looks cool, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a lot of fun with this throughout the year. But this is a feature that I think this is more for face value than anything. Just so, hey, it looks pretty. So let's move on to the next section here. All right, let's talk about badge perks. So badge perks, the max plus 2s are back this year, but they're also max plus 1s that are back. Now, I did a lot of looking at the screen to break down a lot. You got a max plus 1 and a max plus 2 for your shooting badges, and this that they displayed on the screen. That's because this is if you pick shooting as your proficiency or your signature. If you pick signature as your shooting, you'll get a 1 and 2, but we'll talk about that later when we get to the signature spot. But you can still unlock 2s and 1s by themselves. Plus, season 1, you have the clutch gene, which gives you a tier badge 1 and a tier badge 2 that can go up by 1 and up by 2, which is super exciting. So if you look into it properly, you got about a good 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5 badges that can go up 1. And you got 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 5 badges that can go up once per season, and you got 1, 2, 3, and I want to say 4 badges that can go up by 2 per season. So, and that's not even considering like hot start. Like hot start is not this season, but so they're gonna keep mixing it up as well. So you always have badges that's gonna be able to keep going up, and I think that's pretty exciting. I think that's what the community needed, man. We need to have those because it makes your builds a little bit more interesting. Like, so now that like per season you get 3 max 2s and you get 4 to 5 max 1s, bro. Like, come on. And then you got the clutch badges. Those badges for season 1 that we already know this now are going to go up in clutch moments. So you can make a build completely designed around that atmosphere of thinking about, okay, what badges can I boost up the most? So what area can I put my most like desired mechanics into for my build, like my attributes, to make my badges go up by 1, and then where's the area where I'm like kind of like middle of the road, but if I boost those badges up, they'll be a lot more effective. So again, this makes me think that badges are back this year. This makes me really think that badges are back this year. And I did say signatures, so let's talk about the signatures for a second. Okay, build specializations, what I'm considering our signature style of play this year. Now, I looked over this a bunch of times. There's 9 goals that you get, And through the 9 goes, there are unique archetype styles, there's jerseys, there's a shooting cat breakers. You get shooting cat breakers from the shooting category. So with that assumption, I'm assuming you get finishing for finishing, defensive for defensive, rebounding for rebounding, playmaking for playmaking. But they also say the badge perk max +1 shooting. And that's why when we looked at the previous screen, we seen the maxes from shooting. So each specialization is going to give you a badge plus up. Plus, you get to unlock the tier 2, and you still get ones, and you still get the seasonal upgrade, which is super exciting. And they got some pretty simple ones. They didn't show us the first 3, but we got to see 4 through 9, and one of them was like win 50 games by like shooting threes. You get a cat breaker. But I think that what's got really people excited is the unique shooting archetype names, because that's like going to set you apart from other people. You're going to see who the grinders are. People that come out with those archetype names, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, all right, you're insane. You grind it, which is probably me. I'm definitely going to have that archetype name. That's actually what I'm shooting for. Shooting archetype or shooting archetype name. You know what I'm saying? That's a joke. But yeah, so I'm gonna try to not spend too much time on that. But like I said, it's really dope. I think this feature is awesome, and I'm really happy that they added something new to it. And now let's get to the point where everybody's like been talking about these freaking cat breakers. And I think I got some heat for you on this cat breakers. I've been looking this over multiple times, and I found out a lot. Okay, so let's talk cat breakers. Man, I've been through this. Looking at this cat breaker screen for forever, reading what they put up there and listening to what they got to say. So pretty much it goes like this. Your cat breaker is going to be placed to max attribute. The higher the attribute, the lower the cat breaker percentage. There was some locks on these attributes, which I don't really know what they mean. Like they had a 94 playmaking, and it got 3 cat breaker upgrades, and it had 2 locks. I'm not sure what that means, because they should be able to get up to 99, but we'll figure that out with the new time. But it's pretty much looking like anything that is a low attribute that has a chance to be a high attribute because of how the build is, how it's not locked off, can get immediately higher cat breakers by being a low attribute. Like for 44 free throw, it was 11. Then it was 9, then it was 7, then it was 7, then it was 5. So if you do quick math, that's 20 for the first 2 cat breakers, and then that's 14 for the cat breakers following that, and 5. And if you go from 44 to 20 is 64, plus 14 is 78, plus 5, it's gonna be 82. So that's a significant jump. But then they got the shooting in the mid-range weren't maxed, right? So you couldn't put a cat breaker until you max them. Same thing, and it was like 44 for that, 26 for that. So I'm assuming this build didn't put any shooting. They just did free throws, they did layups, they did driving, they did speed, and they did defense. That's what it's looking like, a playmaking lock. Because on the other side, they got perimeter defense, and it's like 92, but it goes all the way through. And then they got interior defense at 54, but it gets 3 locks there, and it's 9, 7, and 3. And then they have a block in the build, and then we got 2 because the last 3 is locked. So once we figure out why they're actually locking them off, and maybe that's some unlockable thing you have to do, you have the ability to unlock that cap. Maybe that's what the that's what you should probably pick your specialization around, maybe, to unlocking those caps. Maybe that's what that is. But it's giving us a lot of versatility when making a build. And the more we understand the cap breaker information, the more it's going to make us have a better understanding of what a build is. I can see right now the sweet spot probably is 50. Because it looks like if you're at 50, you get either 9 or 8 to upgrade. I mean, 40 gives you a medium jump of 10 or more. to upgrade for 2 cap levels. But when I'm looking at the builder and I see the 50 seems a little bit more leveled out. But 40 does give you a shit ton more higher attributes. I mean, 20 is gonna give you the most higher attributes, but like they got one their driving dunk was at 25, and it was 14, 12, 10, 8, and 7. It has a 99 layup, so of course their driving dunk can go up, right? But if you do quick math there, 14 and 12 is 22, plus 10 is 32, plus 25 is 57. 57 plus 8 is 15. Oh, not 15. It's 65. 65 plus 7 is, I did that right. 70, like 70 something, like it's not that high. It's like in the 70s. So the 40s got you to the 80s for the free throw, and 20 got you to the 70s for the driving dunk. And then there's indication for a 39 attribute, which was plus 12, plus 10, plus 8, plus 6, plus 5. So that's 12 plus 10 plus 11 is 33 plus 8. Then you got 39 to give you a grand total of, well, that's my work for 80. So I'm thinking 30 and 40 is better. In a weird way, 30s and 40s seem like the best place to leave an attribute to just get the most out of it. Because you're going to get more cap breakers that way. Yeah, it looks like 30 and 40 is it. But also on the other side, offensive rebound went from 12, 10 to 3. So I think some stuff just only go so far. So we still need to know a lot more about cap breakers. Like, I don't want to spend too much time like diving into the deepest of cap breakers right now, because we're all gonna go crazy about this later. But just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. And then we're talking about Rebirth. And just let's end this on a good note. Rebirth is back, baby. Rebirth at 92 is silver. Rebirth at 95 is gold, Hall of Fame, whatever. You know, it's like basically legend as well. It's like the higher you get, the higher your Rebirth is. So just do that. Just get as high as you can get. 95, 96, 97, 99, then do a Rebirth. Don't do a Rebirth before then. It's just a waste of a build. In all honesty, it's just a waste of a build. So that's all I got for you today, man. Thanks for watching this video. Again, don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't already hit it. This video is way longer than I thought, but like, I just really want to break down a lot of information. You guys are amazing. Can't wait to hear from you. Hear your thoughts in the comment section below, and talk more 2K. I'm out, y'all. Peace.